Overly-caffeinated workout gurus, a boxing champ turned grillmaster, and the free money guy. They were all once fixtures of late-night TV, hawking products to bleary-eyed viewers. So where did they go? There are many princes and princesses of the infomercial, but there is and always will be one infomercial king, Ron Popeil, the founder of Ronco and the pioneer of the infomercial form. Even before infomercials existed, Popeil was playing out his routine on Chicago street corners. Using his booming voice and charismatic persona, Popeil hawked the Chopomatic, a food processor invented by his father, Sam Popeil. Sam was an inventor whose inspirations would become some of his son's most famous products. Those products, like the Veg-O-Matic and Pocket Fisherman, have become the stuff of legend. Also legendary are Popeil's many catchphrases, including,
"You said it and..."
Popeil remained a salesman until the end of his life, overseeing his many sales channels, including the Ronco website. He died in 2021 at the age of 86. Way back in the day, if you were losing your hair, there was pretty much only one way to cover it up, with a hairpiece. Such was the stigma surrounding male hair loss that it was considered to be in poor taste to even discuss it. That is, until Sperling came along. Sperling was not an actor and never had any ambition to achieve fame. He was just a salesman who started losing his hair in his late 20s. In the early 80s, however, Sperling decided to get in front of the camera for his company, Hair Club for Men, which sported an array of treatment options for thinning hair. Sperling's earnest delivery resonated with audiences, as did his before and after pictures accompanied by his legendary kicker.
"I'm not only the Hair Club president, but I'm also a client."
Sperling eventually sold the company, and in his later years, he made the rounds as a popular guest on late-night talk shows. He died in 2020 at the age of 78. The personable, high-energy Billy Mays was a pioneer of a new type of infomercial, which featured a short blast of information designed to get the viewer to buy on the spot. Few pitchmen were ever able to hit that sweet spot like Mays, who was dubbed the latter-day infomercial king for a reason.
Show me the money!
This is at 11 on a scale from 1 to 10.
Is that it? Is that all you want is 11?
Along with his partner and heir apparent Anthony Sullivan, Mays came into viewers' homes with a promise: buy this product and your life will change. Viewers believed him. Between products such as OxyClean, Zorbeez, and Orange Glow, his infomercials generated north of $1 billion in sales over a few short years. Unfortunately, Mays was still going strong when he died in his sleep from a heart attack in 2009. He was only 50 years old. Taking to the airwaves to sell money may seem a little counterintuitive, but don't tell that to Matthew Lesko, also known as the free money guy. Lesko was a staple of late-night television in the 90s. He claimed to have researched government grants for years and was ready to sell you the inside info on which of these grants you could qualify for. Lesko's memorable infomercials dried up after several years, so it may surprise you to learn that he's still doing his thing. Now in his 80s, Lesko is still insisting that he has the free money hookup, posting YouTube videos with titles like "The Easiest Grant in America" and 6 websites that offer free money with no income requirements. Ex-bodybuilding champ Tony Little began his career in the late 80s, hawking popular exercise videos on the Home Shopping Network. He expanded into infomercials in the early 90s, and by the close of that decade, he was selling literal truckloads of his Gold Gazelle glider, an aerobic workout machine. With a down-to-earth personality and a treasure trove of relatable anecdotes and catchphrases, Little became a celebrity.
You can do it! Come on, you can do it! You can do it!
While Little is no longer a mainstay on the airwaves, his products continue to sell on HSN and on his website. Back in the 90s, when computers and the internet were looked upon like arcane wizardry, John Scherer explained in straightforward language how he could demystify the PC and turn it into a useful tool. Scherer was known as the video professor, and he parlayed his experience in the computer world into a series of successful VHS tutorials. Scherer's business burned brightly for a relatively short time. It quickly became a $100 million company, but somewhat ironically, the constant need to switch formats as computers evolved crippled it in short order. In 2012, Scherer launched a new product, Canless Air, a canned air alternative that he sells mainly to corporate customers. He also offers product marketing advice and book-speaking gigs. Few television personalities were as sunny as Richard Simmons, who became an icon in the fitness-conscious 80s. Simmons sold aerobics to the public as a fun, beneficial workout that could easily be done in the privacy of one's home. He began his career in the 70s as an in-person instructor, but his incredibly upbeat personality made him a perfect fit for TV. In recent years, Simmons had become increasingly reclusive, and mounting rumors and speculation about his health culminated in a documentary, TMZ Investigates What Really Happened to Richard Simmons, in 2022. The doc claimed that beset with knee problems, Simmons had chosen to retire from the public eye rather than be remembered as anything other than the vibrant, youthful man he once was. That same year, Simmons posted a message to his Facebook thanking fans for their support.
No one should be worried about me.
He remained active on that platform to the end of his life. In 2024, Simmons died at home at the age of 76. As a two-time heavyweight champion, George Foreman is widely considered to be among the greatest boxers of all time. It's somewhat mind-boggling, then, to realize that he is perhaps even better known for his second career as a television pitchman hawking the George Foreman grill.
My grill is so fast, your food is ready in minutes.
The grill was actually the brainchild of inventor Michael Bohm. Bohm sold his product to Sullivan Incorporated, which hired Foreman to sell the grill beginning in 1995. It was an endeavor that earned Foreman more cash than his boxing career ever did, and ensured that he'd be a household name pretty much forever. These days, Foreman is living the life of a retiree and commands a hefty fee for speaking engagements. If you're a fitness buff, chances are that at some point you've tried the P90X system. Created by fitness expert Tony Horton, the resistance-based workout system uses simple accessories to construct a challenging workout at home. Horton sold over 4 million copies of the original program before updating it with a second and third edition. In 2019, Horton debuted an all-new program which he calls PowerSync 60. Horton is also an instructor on the subscription-based home fitness program Tonal, where he promises to make tough workouts fun.
You can do these workouts separately or as a complete series. Either way, I'm going to help you be your strongest.
Suzanne Somers became a megastar in the late 70s and early 80s thanks to her role as Chrissy Snow on the classic sitcom Three's Company. For some, though, she will always be the face of the Thigh Master, a home workout device for toning thighs which was ubiquitous on late-night TV in the early 90s.
I used to do aerobics till I dropped, then I found Thigh Master.
Somers' expressions of pure joy while using the device helped the ad campaign go viral in the days before that was even a thing. An Emmy-nominated talk show host and YouTuber in her later years, Somers really did do it all. In 2023, she died from breast cancer at the age of 76. The protege of the late great Billy Mays, Anthony Sullivan often appeared hawking cleaning products by his mentor's side on late-night TV spots. When Mays died in 2009, Sullivan took over in earnest. In an interview with the Futon Critic in 2010, Sullivan described how the transition came less naturally than one might think, telling the outlet, "One of the first thoughts I had was, I don't even know if I want to do it, and I don't know if we can do it. It was a very real question, but I had to mourn the loss of a friend like anyone does." In a 2017 sit-down with HuffPost, Sullivan shared the secret to his success, one which may seem simple but is nonetheless crucial. He said, "You will sell nothing without enthusiasm. People may be skeptical of what you're presenting, but if you approach it with an honest excitement and belief in your product, people tend to lean in." In recent years, Sullivan's enthusiasm has found a new outlet. Speaking with the Daily Mail, Sullivan shared that when his young daughter was diagnosed with a genetic disorder that caused frequent seizures, he took up cannabis farming after seeing firsthand its beneficial effect on her. He told the outlet, "I've managed to wean my daughter off nearly every single pharmaceutical. The only medication she's on is CBD, and that in itself, to me, speaks volumes."